This is Calvin Russell, CEO and founder of 850 Club Credit Consultation. Hope everyone is doing well today. We're going to go ahead and wrap up. I'm leaving the office. I always end up doing a video when I'm leaving the office because I get that little break in between time. And I always say I'm going to do a video at night. I get tired working on stuff for you guys, and I end up just forgetting about it. So today we're going to talk about the best credit monitoring service, okay? I know a lot of people, there's a lot of different programs out there in which you can monitor your credit, but a lot of it is really just piggybacking off of a lot of other stuff. Hey, what's going on? And, so for one, the best credit monitoring service is going to be myfico.com, hands down, okay? But I don't recommend getting myfico.com until one of two things. Number one, if you've already looked at Credit Karma. I know a lot of people are not fans of Credit Karma, but let me tell you something. Credit Karma is the only platform in the nation that updates every week for free, in which you can see both TransUnion and Equifax. People say it's not accurate. Well, it depends on what you consider to be accurate. Hey, what's going on, Tony? And that's the thing, is that Credit Karma updates every single week. Now, what that weekly time frame is, please call my phone, leave a number on my Vmail. The phone I had, your number saved and lost. No problem, I got you. All right, did I come late? Sounds like you caught you mid-conversation. No, this is just the beginning. And but the reason why I why I recommend on myFICO, of course, this is going to be for those who don't know. You have 9 scores for each credit bureau, okay? For those that don't know that, you have 9 scores for each credit bureau. There's 3 credit bureaus, so 9 times 3, that's 27, okay? So when you're looking to get a car, they're going to look at your auto FICO score. When you're looking to get a home, they're looking at your mortgage FICO score. When you're looking to get a credit card, they're looking at your credit card score. When you're looking to get a personal loan, they're looking at your FICO credit score. Again, there's a lot of platforms out there, okay? Again, the absolute best, you guys can use whatever you want, but the absolute best will always be myFICO. Again, because everything else pulls from myFICO. Now, the closest competition to FICO is what less than they give you a FICO 8. That's cool, okay? And again, but to see all 3, if you're talking, then there's a difference between paid and free, okay? I don't recommend going with myFICO, number one, if you're not ready to spend money. But I see a lot of people paying for Identity IQ, Privacy Guard, what is that? A credit check total. Why are you paying all that money for something and it's not giving you all the scores? All those platforms are giving you overall scores. They're giving you the overall top FICO score. That's not gonna be every single score. That doesn't mean it's not accurate. You just want to say, "Yep, that's crap." Well, you are right in a sense. The thing about it is that, again, if you're gonna pay for something, it may as well be what the lenders are gonna see. But at the same time, my credit repair company told me to get Identity IQ. Does that sound legit? Here's why credit repair companies use Identity IQ and other things like that. There's a lot of software programs out there where you can use Identity IQ, credit check total, and it's another one, Privacy Guard. Okay, those are like the big names that's not FICO. There's some software that's out there where it's easier to pull that data instead of having to, for example, use Credit Karma. Otherwise, Credit Karma would be on that list, but you can't see all 3 bureaus. So those are the ones that you can see all 3. Now you're probably like, well, why do they have me paying for it? Why wouldn't I just pay for myFICO? Unfortunately, myFICO cannot be updated through those platforms. So it's not that it's inaccurate or anything like that. But again, if you're not working with a credit repair company, then I suggest, or again, like with us, we use whatever. But for many of our clients, they will tell you that we prefer Credit Karma over everything else, and then we're going to end up using freecreditscore.com to get the free experience. Now, why do we kind of switch back and forth with not back and forth, why do we use 2 accounts versus just one? Well, I like to save my clients money. Here's my thing. Most of my clients come to me, about 85% of my clients come to me with 300 credit scores, 500 credit scores, the 400s, the low 6s. It doesn't make sense to pay. What's going on, Brooklyn? So it doesn't make sense to pay for something that you already know is low. Are you thinking about this? Why are you paying to see a score you already know is low? To see your progress? You can see your progress for free at Credit Karma. And then unless you're looking to buy a card, actually do something with your score, that's when I recommend getting, myFICO. Okay. Other than that, it doesn't make, to me, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But my clients will tell you, we do not pay for anything until we're trying to do something. Other than that, if you just want to see numbers go up, you can go to Credit Karma for that. You say, well, Credit Karma is not accurate. Well, when do you need things to be accurate? Let me just be honest. First off, Credit Karma is accurate. Okay. The thing about it is that it's a different algorithm. So no one goes, less than 10% of lenders go by it, and I've yet to see a lender that goes by it, to be honest with you. But their numbers say, it's less than 10%. My point is that Credit Karma is never 100 points off. So if Credit Karma says you're a 650, okay, your FICO is not going to be, a 550. It's not going to be that case unless you have, done things recently on time and things of that sort, but you got repossessions and, foreclosures and all that. And then, of course, they look at your auto score. It's going to be a huge, big deal. Okay. So here's the deal. You want to make sure that you're on top of your credit, on just making sure that you're monitoring and things of that sort. It's nothing wrong with that at all. But again, the number one is going to be my FICO. But if you're not planning on doing anything right now and you're just monitoring it, why waste the $30 if you're just going to monitor it? Okay. So what I recommend is that what you guys do, again, just jump on Credit Karma. It's not the end of the world. Who cares if it's not a 800 or a 750 or whatever the case may be? It's going to update every single week. Now, there are sometimes I do see glitches in Credit Karma. So you're like, well, Calvin, why are you promoting? Well, you get what you pay for. It's free. But for the most part, it's going to give you guys an idea of where you are. Okay. And again, if you're not that savvy with it, you can always use freecreditscore.com. That is Experian, and it is the FICO score, and it's free. Actually, it's the only platform that I've seen that gives you a free FICO score and a report. Now, it doesn't update weekly. It's going to update monthly, okay? But it's better than not updating at all. Again, the third option that I would use would be going to go with freecreditscore.com. That's the third best option, but you're only going to see Experian, but at the same token, you do see the FICO score. At least you see the FICO score. But again, it's not all of the Experian scores. So it's not going to be your Experian mortgage. It's not going to be your Experian auto. It's not going to be your Experian credit card. It's not going to be your Experian, personal loan. It's not going to be your FICO 9, which nobody's using right now. So they came out with the FICO 9. And then you got the FICO XD they're still working on coming out with. So for those who don't know, with the FICO XD, how that works is FICO is actually working on getting, I got to do a video separately on FICO XD. I think I've been talking about this for quite some time. The only reason why I've been kind of putting it off is only because it hasn't, no one's really buying it yet. So lenders have to be interested in actually buying that algorithm. So it's not just FICO coming out with something, okay? Yes, and for $10 you can see a new score every day. See, there you go. So again, if you guys can control how you want to do this, but Credit Karma is not that bad, if you guys are looking to have a free platform to go by. But if you're going to pay for something and you're not working with a credit repair company or something like that, then I recommend my FICO. But I don't recommend it until you say to yourself, you know what? Let's go get a mortgage, or hey, let's go ahead and go. We're thinking about getting a car and things of that sort. That's when I would recommend seeing my FICO, okay? Because again, otherwise you're just wasting money. Or you can always go the free way where you can see some of them, and that's where, of course, you actually go to the lender. So if you go to the dealership, they'll do a hard inquiry, but you'll most definitely see it for free, and you'll get one bureau, of course, and then legally they don't even have to give you your report. You can request your report, but not from the dealership because they actually ran it. But most dealerships don't care. They'll probably give you the report anyway. That's another thing too. Anytime you guys go to the dealership, just ask them. Most salesmen don't know that they're not necessarily supposed to give them to you. But the reason why they're not supposed to give them to you, because again, there's only certain things that they can see. They can see majority of a lot of stuff, but they can't see like a lot of stuff that's not, well, I won't say they can't see it. A lot of it's going to be like kind of blocked out and things of that sort, depending on what state you're in, but it's nothing wrong with asking them, hey, can I get, Credit Karma is great at monitoring reporting. Again, it's free. It updates every single week. But again, if you get denied from a mortgage company, they'll give you your credit report. If you get denied at a dealership, only if you get denied, you can ask them and just say, hey, listen, can I get my report for free? I mean, can I get a copy of my report? Listen, probably that would ask me for their credit reports for free. Most of them I just gave it to them. Why dealerships constantly want to get you a better rate when you're already pre-approved? Well, let's be honest. if you get a better rate, then you get a better term. I mean, you get a better payment. So a lot of times they're looking out for you. But also, too, they get a kickback, from, now I'm going into too much detail. But a lot of times, but to be honest, a lot of the dealerships, when a deal goes through a dealership, then they get paid for that. Okay, it's no extra cost to you. Just so you know, they get paid for that because they feel like they would have not gotten that deal if it wasn't for the dealership. Now, when you go out and go get your own financing through a credit union, or if you try to get pre-approved through Capital One or something like that, it's nothing wrong with that. But again, the dealership doesn't know all the parameters until they contact that financial institution. But that involves running your credit a lot of times, not necessarily. When I went to go buy my car, I told them, I said, listen, I want to go through BMW financing, okay? And that was it. So again, not trying to throw too much out there, whatever. But I told them, I said, I only want to go through the manufacturer, okay? And that's exactly what I did. I said, listen, I don't want to get my credit. I don't want you to send it to anyone else. I want you guys to run it. Tell me what your rates are. I'll decide if I want to move forward with the manufacturer, okay? And you guys can do the same thing. But a lot of times, if you don't tell them, then they're going to just so you know, they don't just shotgun a 700 score, okay? They're only going to send it to about 2 or 3 banks. But if you only want to go through one bank, then all you have to do is just say, hey, listen, I know what my score is. I know what type of rates I'm going to kind of be getting. And you're not being, mean or an asshole about it, to be honest with you. You're not. All you have, again, you control this. You're not begging anybody to do business with you. They need you to do business with. That doesn't mean you go in there with an attitude. If that's what you want to do, that's up to you. But at the same time, you can easily just say, you know what? Here's the deal. I know where my score is. I have an idea what my rate's going to be. I only want to go through the manufacturer. Just so you guys know, financing through the manufacturer most of the time is going to get you the best deals, the best terms and everything. Because when you finance with the manufacturer, you're going to get the rebates, you're going to get the special rates, all that jazz. But when you go through your credit union, sometimes you'll lose money. When you go through an outside source, sometimes you'll lose money. But again, that's usually when you go with a new car. If you're going to used car, it doesn't really too much matter. But again, sometimes if you buy a used car from the manufacturer at the dealership, they have, pre-owned rates and things of that sort. So again, I can talk about the car business all day long. But again, all you have to do is just say, listen, I only wanted to go to just 1 or 2 banks. Now, if you're a 400 credit score, you're not calling shots, okay? You're not calling shots. If you're a 500 score, if you're a low 600, you're not calling shots, okay? Why? Because they don't know who's going to approve you. It's safe to say they don't know who to approve you. To get manufacturer, hold on, let me see what that comment said. To get manufacturer financing, where should your score be? 620 or higher. And again, that's going to be going with a FICO auto score. There's only 2 ways to see that. And that's either you pay for it, either paying $30 so you can see all 3 bureaus, you can see your auto score, or just going to the dealership and they'll run it. The manufacturer requirements are strict. No, not necessarily. Your score is, the higher your score is, the better the terms are going to be anyway, okay? Just understand. I get comments and it's like, well, this title wasn't talking about the video. Well, I mean, hey, I get questions in between, so I don't mind jumping off back and forth. But either way, you guys got it from here. MyFICO.com, if you're looking to buy something, if you don't mind paying $30 a month, it doesn't make sense to pay for anything else unless you're going to have that, unless you're working with a credit repair company and they recommend something else. But MyFICO.com is going to be the best route to go. Credit Karma, of course, if you just want to monitor and kind of see it go that way, I recommend that route. And of course, freecreditscore.com. Everything else, just so you guys know, it's nothing special. If you guys read the fine print, nobody scrolls down to the bottom and read the fine print of their credit reports. It's all pulling from Vantage 3.0. Do you know what Vantage 3.0 is? Credit Karma. All right, so you guys have a good one. If you like the video, like it. You want to share it. And of course, if you haven't subscribed already, what are you doing? Go ahead and subscribe. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.